Hi, I'm Vid. I'm a singer-songwriter. So I started playing guitar in grade 6, and then I think after that I started to lose interest in most of everything else. So I started playing songs, I started writing really bad songs that were saved on my floppy disk. Yeah, I had a floppy disk full of songs that no one ever heard, but then I mean, there are always bad songs naman. Pag starting naman, laging bad songs. I think, diba, if you want to be good at something, you have to be really bad at it muna. So yun, and then I started, I had a band with some friends. I mean, classic all-boys school life.
Classic elementary.
Yeah.
Yung mga nagsistart ng band.
Oh, tapos sasali ka ng Battle of the Bands, the school fair, tapos kung sino lang yung mahagilap mo na kaibigan mo na who happens to have an instrument din. So, nagkataon lang, I think, na I got lucky that the guys who I got into it with in grade school, they liked it as much as I did. Tuloy-tuloy kami. So, I was bandmates with them until high school, college. So, I was super shy pa to sing before. So, I was the rhythm guitar, and then I just kept letting other bandmates sing. And then I think I slowly got more confident from singing backup vocals. And lalo na when we hit college, we joined the Ateneo Musicians Pool. Noon, medyo makapal na mukha ako noon. Vocalist na ako noon. I was writing songs na. So we released some songs na rin. That's what I wanted to do for the longest time. To just be in a band, keep writing songs, go to gigs with my friends, and to never have to be alone on stage. Because it's just different when you have other people to draw energy from, I think. You're less vulnerable, I think, when you have a music. So after my band started, getting too busy, I think iba na yung schedules. I started DJing with my other bandmate naman. So we were playing EDM. Kainitan na EDM yun eh. I think 2015, mga ganon. So after we'd come from band practice, we would listen to the same songs then. Kasi parang the music I like is it's very rowdy. And at the time, this was like the EDM formula. So yun, I started DJing in 2015. And then that's when I started to tinker with my laptop, finding out that you could actually make music with your laptop. And then I started making songs by myself. For a time, if you wanted to be a DJ and you wanted to make original music, you had to learn how to produce also, because you have to make your own dance music. So that's how I started making beats and making songs with my laptop. So me and my kaduo ko pa dun, we would go to the studio and we would meet other musicians who were also making electronic music. So we would learn from them, we would hang out with them for the sake of getting better. And then it was a point of pride for me. I could come in and be like, yo guys, we made this song, this is mine. So that's when I learned that you could make music, started producing, started learning how to do these things. Super technical. So the music I make now is very rooted in trying to make people sing along. I'm really into wanting to have a catchy chorus that you can sing along to, because I think if you have something to hook people in, then it becomes a communal experience. I had a time where I wanted to be different. I would go out of my way to not sound too mainstream. But now it's just, I want to make songs that I would actually listen to. That's a maging indie artist. I mean, it's freedom. You can do whatever you want. And I think there's less pressure. No one's gonna die if I don't finish my song. It's all for me. And I'm not really worrying about proving to somebody else that I can make money for them with my music, which is liberating, but also expensive and difficult because you have to do that all by yourself. The inconvenience or the difficulties with indie music is that there's no one existing na their job is to make you look good. It's different, I think, if I go to people one by one and hey, can you listen to my song? Versus it's an official account from a label or something, and people trust them already. And when they post somebody, they're like, oh, what's this new music coming out from this trusted label that I can rely on to tell me what's good? Versus me with just as an individual having to try to get people to invest in me as a brand. Because I think a lot of us thought that music was just singing songs, performing the songs, making the songs. But I think as an indie artist right now, especially because there's so many musicians, I think music is so democratized right now. Free market, bale. We're all trying to prove ourselves and stand out. So you have to write better songs, you have to be like a social media presence also. So I have a Google Calendar with myself because it has to be released by this date, which parang you're your own number one fan, you're your own critic, you're your own social media team, project manager. Parang you're one of the producers and for your own music. It's hard lang kasi until you get to the point, I think, where there are other people speaking on your behalf about how good your music is, then you have a lot of work to do now. You have a lot of work to do. Okay, I think I have two versions of the process. First one is, I think the chiller one is when it's a collaboration. Because I think ever since the pandemic started, most of my songs have been collaborations. So it usually starts with like, I think there are certain friends that I know that I have a certain chemistry with and we can just make music together. So I've been doing this by sending Telegram files and Google Drive, like, hey, can you send me the beat? And then I'll ask for the chords. Because, so I did this song with host Alicia. It's called Talk About It. And it's a dance song. Club banger yung peg. Or that's what we tried to do. But regardless of what happens, I need to start with just the chords of the song. So if somebody sends me a beat, I still need to know what it's like on guitar. I think there's something different for me now. I just really need to sit down with just really the bones or like the soul of the song so that I can sing it in my room. And then once I just do it over and over again. I look for a moment, I play it in my car. I really live with the song when I'm in traffic, at work, showering. It's just on loop all the time. And I'm just trying to sing over until I get something that makes sense. And then it gradually takes shape from there, and then we send ideas back and forth. Usually with solo tracks, I start with my own laptop. I record the guitars, and then I build the beat from there. Like how do I imagine the song sounding? How do I present this with the right vibe? I think I try to begin with the end in mind na parang, okay, dito ako gusto pumunta, so how do I get there? Yeah, I think one of the most important things for me with writing a song is that if you take away everything, all the production, all of the very Taylor Swift mindset actually, the phone memo version of the song, the very first one, with just the keys or just the piano or the guitar and your voice, it still has to be a good song, I think. If I'm mid gig and like brown out, someone needs to run on stage, hand me a guitar, and the song will still be okay. I said that I'm making the kinds of songs that I want to listen to, right? So that's what I'm doing. Just a lot of guitars, a lot of noise, but a lot of melodies, and I am hoping that it's a catchy chorus. It's called Foot in the Grave. It's alternative pop, and it has a lot of guitars. So I think this is me just having fun with the song. It's about that feeling where, you're too busy to be sad. You're too busy to feel bad about the load that you're dealing with. So you just suck it up first and leave it for later, maybe leave it for another day. But because of that, when I have to do that, I think I overcompensate by being loud and happy and jokey and rowdy. So it's that as a song. But I also listen to a lot of artists who are really good songwriters. So I listen to a lot of Taylor Swift. I listen to a lot of Billie Eilish, Olivia Rodrigo, mga young kids. But I also listen to a lot of I still listen to all the emo bands that I used to listen to, like Taking Back Sunday, Panic at the Disco, Fall Out Boy, because I think they write songs really well. They're almost they just know how to get people to sing along despite the topic. Whatever it is, it's fun. And I also listen to a lot of K-pop. So I listen to a lot of Blackpink for sure. A lot of G-Dragon. and a lot of Bobby from Icon, because I think Bobby's super angry. He's a super angry child. He's not a child anymore, he's a dad na pala. But he's super angry, but super catchy. And I think that's a good thing to have in life. So I just listen to all of those things and just put that all together. I think a lot of us, we get too self-serious sometimes. And we always make it sound like we're constantly just grinding super hard and that the struggle defines us. I mean, it's true that the struggle defines an indie artist, but also I think it's good to always go back to why you're doing it in the first place. I'm a big wrestling fan, and there's a saying there that the best pro wrestling character for you is who you are in real life multiplied by 100. Just be the loudest version of yourself, the least ashamed, least inhibited version of yourself. Trends change, but who you are at the very core of it, dapat kilala mo talaga yun. It's a focus on habits that lead to success instead of actually obsessing over success. So instead of worrying about how many people are listening to your song, how many streams you're getting, how many new fans you made or whatever, or if you're gonna get famous or successful, just focus on the things that are within your control. Yeah, don't do everything by yourself. To be independent doesn't mean to be alone. Boom! Quotable quote!
Liner! Yun na yung words namin.
But to be an independent artist doesn't mean to be alone. I did that for so long, and my friend told me that, man, I think that's why you take so long to release songs. Because I was doing everything by myself. Production, promotion, recording, everything. It was so hard. But then there's always someone who's better than you at the thing that just focus on the part that only you can do. And then if you have friends who mix better than you, master better than you, record better than you, who can play the instruments better than you can always collaborate. Because I think music is a communal experience naman. So if you have someone who's willing and happy and to just join you on your little journey of being an independent musician, then find those people, bring your best self, and then work with people who share the vision. Yeah, I think that's the biggest change that I made. That made me so much happier, and I'm having so much more fun right now. What's up? I'm Vid. I'm a singer-songwriter, and I'm finally on After Hours. Bitch!